You're coming to
I'll bring some extra for you, bro, just in case.
We were at soundcheck yesterday, bro, and Corey smashed his wedding ring into his house.
Who just got married last week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Corey on skins, Jal on vocals, Aaron on guitar and synth cathedral, like structuring it all, and Andy on bass. And what I wanted to ask you guys, and I want the other members to answer it, if you guys were in an emergency and you could find any musician to cover that one person that had got COVID or something, could not play a big gig, something happened, and you could get anyone, living or dead, to replace that one member. And you can call anyone up. You can call anyone up from living or dead to do the best Curly's Jules thing. They'll know all the riffs, they'll know all the bits, they'll use the gear, but it won't be them. All right? And I've also got down who I thought could possibly replace you in this thing as well.
I'm gonna be useless at this.
All right. So who should we start with? So what if Corey was unable to play tonight? Like something happened, but doesn't matter. We can magically get anyone, living or dead, to replace him.
I'm hopeless at this stuff.
Dave Grohl.
Because he could do anything if any of it went wrong.
Yeah.
Rage drummer, was it Brad Wilk? Yeah, Brad Wilk.
Yeah, true that.
Snap,
Yeah. I was gonna go with Chad Smith. I could get Chad Smith down here. Who does all the stuff? Yeah, sorry. So,
that's pretty good, bro.
Yeah. What if Aaron isn't able to provide the cake tonight out of the cathedral synth?
Pearl Jam, what, Stone or something?
I was thinking the same.
Because I got the wrong one or something like that, but yeah.
Stones.
Yeah, really cool. Good.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Dome, so.
Yeah. I was gonna go Adam Jones from Tool.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking he could. Yeah. But it's sort of a similar style, chunky.
A lot of people have said that a few bits and pieces in what you do. It's cool. Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Take that.
What if there's no bassist tonight? What are you guys gonna do? Who are you gonna call?
Not manage.
No.
Rob Chajula.
Oh, that was mine.
Yeah, good thing.
Yeah. I thought,
absolutely.
Yeah. He'd cover
Bass
us.
player at Limp Bizkit.
Actually, though.
Actually, yeah.
Oh my god.
Big bottom end,
Yeah. And there are some funky elements as well. You can't have maybe Trujillo isn't super. Oh, it's Suicidal Tendencies. There was a bit of funk.
He's got a bit of a
Yeah.
groovier side in that.
Yeah. There are some funky bass lines in your music, so.
For sure.
All right, and so worst comes to worst, Gel's not able to make it, but unfortunately, you have this magical power to bring back anybody to do it. Who would it be?
Janis Joplin.
Janis.
Ooh.
I want to be at that gig.
Yeah.
We'll live stream it. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Lizzie Hale, or
what's the lady from Paramore?
Yeah. She's
The
cool.
lady from Paramore.
or even since Amy, what's her name?
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys have
all
heard
these people
Amo in
could
this-
replace me.
Up your
For
game.
James Brown, maybe.
James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown. Yo, Tina. What? Tina Turner.
She was one of the, I always say, when I was a kid, I was like brought up in hotels, motels, right? We had jukeboxes, and I always said Tina Turner was one of my first music lessons, like playing it on the jukebox.
Yeah.
Thunderdome.
All right, sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah. Tina would do the gig.
We'll
Tina would do the
take
gig.
her,
I had if we could sort of like have Bruce Dickinson's sister. And just thinking of watching your stage poses as well, just sort of like your eye contact, and you're like, this song's for you, and this riff, that's for you.
let me put my stories in you.
Yeah. Bringing the crowd with you. You got that theatrical element of like, like bringing people into it. Yeah. So, what would be your dream opening band? Not opening for you opening for an international band. So I actually want to do this with a Kiwi band and an international band. Like, what would be the dream gig that you landed? That you'd be like, oh man, we compliment that band so.
Oh, jeepers.
For me, Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam.
That'd be amazing. They're one of my favourite bands of all time.
Yeah.
Kiwi band, I reckon back in their heyday, in a dingy old pub in Auckland or something, would be like Dragon.
I love that.
It'd be so much fun because it just seems to be the days that those guys had would have been epic. You know?
Yeah.
No cell phones and just.
Oh, what? So you're time traveling back to?
Yeah, time traveling back.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Okay, yeah, playing at a tavern.
Yeah.
On the side of a New Zealand road.
Yeah.
Yeah. DB
The
drought.
good old days.
Yeah. I had I know it's probably a cliche, but I thought like if I thought She Had would be like an awesome band for you guys to open for. I want to take you guys back to 2014 when you guys released an album immediately without doing EPs. Like, so today is sort of a big sort of like part of the band's history. You know, you're doing, you know, your next album. How does it differ from the 2014 album?
Majorly.
Majorly. Totally different band.
Oh, that's very much, we were a baby band back then, and we were very lucky to be able to record some stuff, but it was very much sort of a home recording rather than what we're doing now. So of course that's going to change things up, but hopefully we've evolved a wee bit since then, I would say.
Yeah.
Definitely a whole different ball game from that one to this one. So we kind of call this our first sort of debut proper album because this is our high production.
And is that why it's self-titled as well? Because it's...
Yeah, because why not? We like, you know, that's the way to put it out there, right? You don't need to be giving it a name when our name is what it should be, because that's
Well, some of the songs off that album, like Absentee, the first one, is on the new one. So that's how like it kind of spans our kind of history, really. Like we've got like Absentee, for example. That we wrote that one of our first songs. And we've got a whole bunch of new songs which we haven't even performed live yet. So it is a big leap. But it that's why it's self-titled. It's kind of like, it's almost like a best of, but it's not a best of. It's a history of the band.
Yeah, pretty much everything we've done with Greg Haver as our producer for the last few years, like
from Sneaky onwards.
From Sneaky onwards. So it's sort of comes in as like just a little history lesson from Sneaky onwards for us.
And I think because it's taken so long, like it's taken us 6 years to do the album, it's all been single after single after single, and we've collated into our album. That's Curly's Jobs. We are Curly's Jobs. That's what we've collated, you know.
So how do you guys think that you're evolving? If you compare, I mean, like you said, a baby band, do you feel like you were noisier, harder, poppier, simpler? Are you getting more complex? Are you getting more? What are you playing with now? Like if you had to sum up how you guys were moving and evolving between those 2 points, what are you now more like?
We definitely have taken a lot. We've learned a lot over the time, especially working with Greg on the recording process and how to redefine, form songs and make songs and stuff. And I think it took a while for us to find our sound that this is where we are. So there was a lot of different variations of music we'd done, but with the songs we've done now over the last few years, it's been the channel that we're in is from the early days. We did have a lot of songs that we played live, but they were, I mean, they're live. When you play live for the feel and everything, but as we've gotten more progressive as a band, we've stripped everything back and learned to do new things, which we wouldn't have known to do or tried to do earlier on. So.
A really good piece of advice that I got given years ago was to trim the fat. And I think our songs have evolved that way. Like we used to string out one riff would go for 3-4 bars, but that sounds really cool. But for the song, we might only be one bar of that particular riff, which serves the purpose for that particular tune. So we're all kind of understanding about writing for the song rather than individual pieces. It might sound amazing, but at the end result is that it might sound a bit piecemeal to the listener.
So whatever serves the song. If one riff does it,
Yep.
then so be it.
Yep.
And that's why this one's not wailing away on mad solos for the entirety of our set, because as fabulous as that would sound, and as good as Aaron is at doing that, it would sound pretty intense if that was all we were doing. And it doesn't serve the song unless it's there to be actually part of the song, part of the story, I guess.
Yeah.
And that
that's
part of us
everything.
has been like in the studio experience and mixing in with the live performance experience as well, but also, like jamming and like bringing something to the group and then just sort of letting it play out with what we've sort of picked up in each of those experiences. It's really been something that's sort of brought it to sort of the little beast that it is today. So the process of all of those experiences that we're going through together and how to actually weave that together in a way that sounds and like has a direction rather than just sort of leaving it as it is when it's sort of written and not doing anything more with it. It's like break it apart, put it back together again.
That's a lot of what we've changed, and in our writing, and from the very beginning, exactly that, man.
Yeah.
It used to be just like, okay, we'll throw it out there, give it a hoon, and then off you go and play it on stage, and that's awesome, and it was fun. But yeah, now they actually have a purpose, and as you said, a direction, bro, and that's so true.
Mm-hmm.
And we've become more confident as a band. Like, these are my brothers, you know. This is my partner, but these are my brothers. But you know, we are a family in our band, so that really helps the fact that we really enjoy doing what we're doing. We do it because we enjoy it. We're not like making millions of dollars, you know. That's not why we're here. It's because we enjoy doing it with ourselves and with the whole everyone that's involved in our whānau, which is the crowd as well, you know. And that's become the evolution of our band, is really just not trying to be metal, not trying to be rock, not trying to be anything really, just doing what we do.
Yeah.
And hopefully everyone gets on board and has a good time with it, you know.
Yeah. What would be your own sort of like definition of your band? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I'll just say we're a rock band.
You just say rock.
I think that for me, I mean, what we play is rock music. We're like, especially live, we're guitar, bass, drums and vocals. There's nothing else in it. And even when we do our recordings, that we're lucky we've had a lot of help, you know, with the percussion side of things as well, like little bits of layers and little hits of triangles and bits and pieces from the producer, which has gone in there. But they're not enough of stuff, things which could derail our live performance.
Yeah,
like,
right.
We don't even need to put them in there.
Are there some synth triggers on the drums? No,
they're all done through POG.
Right.
So all of my stuff, there's no keyboards on the album at all.
Right.
It's all done through that. Linked up, POGs and cathedral delay, all sorts of stuff. Big chain of stuff, and it sounds
But
like
it's all done by pedals. It's pretty clever. Yeah, it's cool, man.
So I mean, I can do that on my little floorboard monitor thingy that I've got now.
But
I just we don't need to.
At the core of it, as Aaron said, we're a rock band. You said we've got elements of this, that, and the other thing, and that's awesome, rad. Like we don't strive to be anything in particular. We as I said before, we are just, and as Corey said, we've evolved our own flavour and our own sound, and that's where we sit now. It's very hard to describe where we are, except that we are a rock band. That's what we do.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. So tell us what we can expect tonight. Like,
we'll be playing most of the songs off the album, plus a whole bunch of random other ones, because why not? Because we've got time, so we're going to put it in the ear holes. It's a bit of a blend, and it's a bit of, we always kind of make it a bit like this, you know, because it's tiring, because you've got to get into it. So, no, basically, I don't know about you guys, but my whole thing with doing any of these gigs, and tonight particularly, because we're looking forward to it so much, but it's just to get everyone into it, get everyone involved. Whatever, you know, we're going to play our songs, and it'll be awesome if someone sings at least 2 words back to us, we know, and, you know, some of the front row might know the words better than I do, and that's awesome, but in the end, it's just getting everyone into here to have a mean good time, and that's the goal.
That's why we do it, you know, we do it for our enjoyment, and if people can get enjoyment from that, then man, we're stoked. That's us.
Yeah.
That's us as a band.
There's definitely some anthems that like really need some sing along.
Yes.
Come on!
You've got to get one of these in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, guys. Well, thanks so much, and all the best for tonight.